stuck my tongue out at Aurora and yelled, "Meep meep," and ran like hell.
All right, so part 2, I guess. Sure, why not? We're back. It's been a while for us. For you guys, it's no time at all. So you're lucky. So we're back for the rest of summer night. Bear with us because we got to get our bearings together because we all it's for some time has passed for us, not for you, however. So we got to get our ducks in a row as we start talking about more about this. We if I recall, we just finished. When we finished last time, we were getting into some of the one of the best action scenes probably up till now for Dresden, which is the Walmart. Oh God, what did he call the thing? The
Chlorophene.
Plant.
the chlorophene.
Plant
Yes.
monster. That's what
Yeah.
Bob called it. Harry called it the plant monster.
Yeah, but it ended up being. Yeah, I guess he did call it Didn't they just end up calling them chlorophenes? It only shows up later in the series, doesn't it?
What he says is he initially calls it plant monster, and then he thought, well, that sounds really stupid or whatever. What would Bob call it? Oh, he would call it a chlorophene. So he goes with that, and then has to dumb it down for Murphy. When she asks what that was, he says chlorophene, and she's like, "What?" He's like, "Plant monster."
Plant monster.
There you go. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Dresden is meeting Murphy at the Walmart to talk about
everything.
The goings on, sort of letting Murphy in. Dresden doesn't let Murphy in completely for quite a while. He trusts her, but just he's afraid. Like that's always an inner war Dresden has is he trusts Murphy and he wants to be able to tell her everything, but he gets in his own way a lot.
Here he does tell her everything. Like he lets her in on the White Council, everything.
Right. Well, big chunk, but it's more for later on. So for a lot of stuff going on now, but he always tends to hold something back, which gets him in trouble a lot. But not this time. He sort of gives her a big picture of the whole wide magical world, right?
Yep.
A lot more than she knew, anyways. So, so they're meeting at Walmart. I forget. I'm trying to recall where it goes from there.
So they get done pretty much talking, and they're about to leave, and then a mist comes in and starts petrifying everybody, basically.
That's right. Everybody's like frozen. That's
yeah.
And he makes the
mind
draws a circle or whatever.
Yeah,
the mind fog. He draws the bubble to sort of like protect Murphy or whatever, and then they get out, don't they? They get out, and
they get out into the garden center. Yeah, they head up to the garden center, but then also they also end up coming under fire because the sniper Tigress is there.
Oh, the ghoul. That's right, the ghoul's there.
And ghoul Grum is there, and Grum is just absolutely ready to destroy things with Harry. And then as he kind of he gets away because from Grum, I'm trying to remember what this was, because this fight encapsulates 4 chapters. What's that?
Doesn't Murphy chainsaw him? Don't they do the plant? She's a plant monster here and chainsaws it, and then she does the same thing with Grum.
Yeah, Grum was first. Like, she kind of hamstrings him.
Yeah.
And then so Harry's able to get away, and then all of a sudden, plants start congealing together, and it becomes this big creature that now he's it's breathing mist and trying to fuck him up. And
a large destructive fight ensues.
Yeah.
I forget. Doesn't he do something with the beetle? Does he drive it into them or something?
At the
plant
end,
wants to smash. Doesn't the plant wants to smash them?
The poor blue beetle. Just the poor blue beetle can't get a break.
No.
Well, hang on. No. Well, he goes. Hang on. He goes when he gets out of here, right? He gets out of here and finds Elaine in the car. This is where he finds Elaine in the car, and then the plant monster bashes the car. This is when he's trying to get away with Elaine, right? Because she's in his car, and she needs to get to the summer court. Correct? Or was that before?
No, Elaine was in the car before in a different scene.
Oh, before, and he beats Murphy after that. Yeah.
It's
but regardless, like he ends up saving Murphy from the plant monster using the blue beetle, and then pulls back and then hits it again.
Yeah,
and then at that point, Murphy comes in and just goes chainsaw massacre all over it.
Yeah, I remember.
Even though her knees all banged to shit.
Yep. She's a feisty little one, man. She's a firecracker in a small package, right? Fucking goes full chainsaw on that thing, which makes it's a plant, right? So she's very Go ahead.
She's just wood chopping. She's just
resourceful, right? I mean, just it just shows the resourcefulness of Murphy and her never back down attitude. She ain't gonna leave Harry to fight that thing on its own, even though it's wild. She's got this giant plant monster, Chlorophene, and she doesn't really miss a beat. Like, she does. It's like, what the fuck, but she doesn't really miss a beat.
Yeah, and earlier in the battle, Grum's part in the battle ends because Murphy comes in and takes out his knee with the chainsaw, and then as she escapes, he goes to he's threatening him with fire, and he's like, your wizard fire is not going to work on me. He's like, okay, well, how about this? And throws gasoline on him and lights him on fire, literal fire, and then he escapes into the Never Never.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like this with Murphy too, man. Like when she's like at the start of this fight, when she's when the ghoul when Tigress, if I remember correctly, when Tigress buddy, like when she shoots the ghoul or whatever, and then it just like comes out of the bushes and it's like going for her still, and she's like, she starts to panic or whatever, and because this is the first time Harry sort of like really brought her in intentionally, right?
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. Which is a cool scene actually when they talk about it.
Well, I feel like this too is
the only person I can trust. Yeah.
Well, I also feel like this is the beginning of where Murphy sort of takes a big turn towards being a very likable character.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
He's sort of on the fence, sort of am I pro Murphy or not? Like Murphy was very sort of Murphy could have gone either way for a long time. She was, very very tough on Dresden for a long time, and to the point sometimes even in the reader's view, at least in my view, unfair to Harry a lot of situations. But Harry, I'm not saying Harry is completely devoid of all fault in that. Harry, there were times where he should have tried to trust her a little more and brought her in a little more, probably a little sooner. But I think this was a big moment for the two of them, that him trusting her enough to sort of tell him a bunch of stuff that could get him killed. I mean, he's shared a bunch of information that they will kill him for if they knew that he shared it. So and her, basically, her too. her taking all that new unbelievable knowledge almost, and then sort of taking it sort of pretty much in stride, and just teaming up with him and doing what needs to get done, right? So I think that was a big moment for Murphy, and shifted her from on the fence to, okay, Murphy's going to be a ride or die character here with Dresden. So,
yeah. Well, it was the moment, really. It's where, like, she's been sort of asking for this, like, and you can understand it from her perspective too, right? As a cop from the outside, like, all this crazy stuff's going on. I've seen werewolves. I know that there's some crazy shit out there. There's this wizard bloke who, he could be good, he could not be. Right? He could be on my side, he might not be. He's not talking to me, so how am I supposed to know for sure, right?
Yep.
And so in this moment where Harry's like, "Oh, you're the only person I feel like I can trust," and then he lays it out for her. It's a huge moment, and you're right, man. It does completely change their relationship at this point. It's really cool.
Yeah, especially because moment like hell, a few book ago, a few scenes ago, she was ready to give up and just throw him in jail. So big juxtaposition there, complete swing. Trust goes both ways, right? So, yeah, it's a big moment for the two of them. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they end up escaping. They head to the Alphas, where the Alphas insist that Murphy get to the hospital because her knee is all sorts of messed up. So Murphy at this point is done in the book, begrudgingly.
Oh, yeah. Always begrudgingly. She never wants to be out of the game. That's for sure.
No, not a bit. And then at that point, a radio announcement comes on, and there is a huge Arctic blast coming in from the north and a tropical front coming in from the south that's hitting Chicago all at the same time. So, everything's now upon Harry to sit there and, he's nowhere near figuring this thing out of who killed the summer night. And he has some wrong ideas, but he's got to figure it out. So he calls Leah, his godmother.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you recall, she had surrendered her claim to him, to Mab, and this book is the first of 3 favors that he owes her.
Yep.
So,
yeah, the big, Mab, yeah.
Yeah,
you're in Mab now. Mab controls you, not your. It's just sort of like, oh boy,
yeah,
this is definitely worse.
right.
Yeah,
and this is where, like, she.
You don't think it's worse?
I think it's debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess worse is a big frame of, like, they're both bad. We'll just leave it there, right?
You've got, but, I mean, on the one hand, you've got like a future of like living as a hound at the Lalanchi's feet to keep you safe, right? in winter. On the other hand, you get to run around and do some really disgusting stuff, most likely for the Queen of Air and Darkness. Both options kind of suck.
Right.
It's true. You're right. Yep. You're not wrong. Yeah. Damned if you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Leah mentions that basically she renounced her claim and handed it over to Mab because of the power of the dagger that was given to her in the last book. And having just read another book, holy cow, that really comes into play. But it's just kind of passed over at this point, so you don't.
You read Skin Game. You read Skin Game.
Not Skin Game. One before that, Cold Days.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's got some huge revelations in there. But but so Harry asks her to convey her to the Queens. So he wants to see Aurora and Mab and talk with them.
Does he do this before? Hang on, have you already been downstairs to see Maeve? We already did that, right?
Yes.
Back before. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's seen Maeve and Titania. And so now, like, she takes him into where the stone table is, and one of the things she says to him this is where the transfer of power is. Whatever gets spilled onto the table, that power is transferred over. So if a wizard would die here and spill his blood, that would be just power of mortal and immortal on going to one side. It would upset the entire balance. So this table becomes, it's basically the centerpiece for the final battle, and things start clicking a little bit.
Hang on a sec. Are we talking about the meeting with the mothers here?
No, this is the queens, not the mothers yet.
Yeah, this is right. This is prior to going to see the mothers was actually a pretty fun scene, I thought, but we're not quite there
every
yet.
Every scene with the mothers is some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's so good because they're not it's like they could kill. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there, but the mothers are so it's like they treat you like they're mothers, right? It's like oh, we could kill you though we really wanted to, but we really don't care. It's like, okay, it's really not what you sort of expect with the build up, but it's cool.
Yeah. So this scene at the table though, and she tells him, she's like, don't ever let Mab take you here, ever. And so this scene here, this is kind of like, okay, then why is she taking him here to these tables? And she says, well, because I can't take you to see the queens. I can't do it. So he doesn't get a chance to talk with Aurora or Mab in this instance. But with all the information, though, that he now has in this upset of the balance of power that he's thinking is going to be happening, he now says, okay, I've got to call the White Council. So he calls them, and he says, I need to talk with Ebenezer. And Morgan picks up. Morgan says, oh, so you failed. No, I haven't failed, but I need to let you guys know what's going on. This is too big. He's like, no, you failed. Just do the job, and hangs up on him. And so he's out on his own because Morgan's a fucking dick.
Yeah, Morgan's hate is putting the world in danger.
Yep.
Morgan's bias. There's a lesson there.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah. So then from there, he goes to the hotel to see Elena. And she's about to leave on a plane and get the hell out of Dodge. But here's where he convinces her to take him to go see the mothers, because he believes that was Slate who attacked her, and was probably acting on Maeve's orders. So he's thinking Maeve's the source of the issue at this point.
Yep.
And
which he didn't think originally, which is interesting. It's pretty cool. Harry's like mind process working. He's so close to the target for this like the whole time, but like he's just looking at it from the wrong angle.
Yeah, when we get there though, but like I don't know that any of us would have hit the target.
Nope. No, every single one of these books, I think I'm onto something, and I've been right once.
Yeah.
One time, Peabody. That's the only time I've been right.
Peabody.
So
I think everybody was right, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm getting it right, it's probably that easy. So Elena is like, no, you don't know what you're asking. You do not want to go see the mothers. He's like, nope, I gotta see them. I've got to talk to them. So she summons up this carriage, horseless carriage, and it takes them into the Never Never, and drops them off in the middle of these woods. And these woods are inhabited by all sorts of magical creatures and all the
spooky woods. Yeah, why is it always spooky woods? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And he makes note. He takes note of like there's a unicorn, right? I think there's a unicorn.
Yeah, it's a weird looking unicorn too, right? Isn't it?
Weird looking unicorn.
Or am I thinking of a different story?
You're thinking of the other unicorn. There's another. You're thinking of a different unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Yeah,
of
I think
Mab's
this
unicorn.
one's a standard looking unicorn.
Mab's unicorn. Yes, Mab's unicorn later. I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
He's thinking this is a pretty cool unicorn. He actually starts to move towards it, and Elena holds him back, and
says that thing will fuck you up.
Elaine, sorry. Yeah. Elaine holds him back, and it kills something very viciously with these.
Yeah, that
hooves.
unicorn will fuck you up. It's like, oh god.
So Elaine distracts the unicorn, allows him to get through and get to the cottage,
right,
where he gets in to see the mothers.
Unicorn guard dog. I love it.
Right.
Wow.
So both the mothers are in there. And let's see.
Yeah, and one of the best scenes in Shoes, right, for the entire series. Every time we get in this hut with the mothers,
yeah,
it's so cool. He has this incredible conversation with these two old ladies.
yeah, and
yeah,
I mean that's the great thing. Even with slower paced books in Dresden Files, it may be, but there's so much information that he dumps on you that fits the story so well. He really is the master of the craft.
He is, and this scene here again in particular is, I think I've definitely mentioned this before, but like Butch's ability to set a scene and then fill it with stuff is like second to none. And this is another one of those scenes, right? Like he sets the scene with the Mother Winter sitting at the window in the rocking chair knitting. She's already knitting something, right? At this point.
Yeah.
She knows what's going on. She knows what has to happen. She's knitting the unraveling as they speak. And Mother Summer or whatever is like, I think she's making tea or something in the kitchen, or I can't remember what it is, but something homely that you just.
Yeah, I think it's tea this time. The next time it's soup.
Yeah,
actually,
whatever it is,
it's the Winter Mother that's cooking the soup the next time. But yeah. So I mean, and he's like, I've got questions.
Cold day. Sorry, Cold Days. That okay? All right, I know what you're talking.
Yeah, that one's
that scene's my favorite in the whole series, man. Anyway, sorry.
It's so good. It's so good. But so he's like, I've got questions, and like, okay, well, we'll ask you a question, then you can ask us a question. And so they ask him basically, what's more important, life or the soul? And I think he says it's a bullshit question, if I remember right.
I feel like that's right. I don't remember, to be honest.
I don't remember either. I just remember Harry asking questions, and they're like, I thought
you're asking the wrong questions, right?
They did say that because he does ask who took the mantle, and it's like, well, that's not the right question.
Yeah, we can't tell you that directly, right? Yeah, you got better questions, Sonny Jim. Come on.
Yeah. Let's see here,
and I don't know. I came out like after I felt like I don't know. I feel like the mothers sort of liked him as much as those beings can like anybody, right?
Yeah. Well, and so the direction of the questioning basically leads him now to the assumption is he flips it from Maeve to Aurora, so getting closer. Or no, that is right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Aurora.
I was thinking Titania for a second, but
no, Titania is Titania's off doing fucking Titania things.
She's getting prepared for war with Mab.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's Aurora, yeah, which is confusing when he like we're talking. It's like, well, why would Aurora be helping Winter? Right. Yeah. So it's one of those.
And that's the question. That's the right question.
Right. Right. It's the right question, and it doesn't get answered.
Right.
No, it doesn't.
Much later.
Yeah.
So, so at that point, once he kind of figures that out, then they give him the cloth. It can do any spell.
They don't just give him the cloth, right? He asks Mother Summer, like, what are you going to do to help me? Because Gary's worked it out in his head, right? And he's like, well, how can you help me? And she says, I can't help you. And she looks at Mother Winter in the window in the rocking chair, needing the thing, who's just finished the unraveling and gives it to him.
Right.
Says, this is all we can do. And Harry's like, what does this do? And this will, and it will. What is? I'm not sure how she explains it, but it's like it will unravel any undoes any curse, any binding or whatever.
But yeah. Let's see.
It's a one-time use. And Harry's like, so hang on.
It's a square. It's a square of gray cloth containing powerful magic. The magic will unmake any enchantment or transformation it is applied to. It is used by touching the cloth to a relevant object, which unravels the threads.
Which Harry immediately goes to Susan in his mind.
Yep.
From that point,
he immediately thinks, immediately thinks, I could use this to help Susan and cure her of her vampire curse.
Which is what he's been thinking about since the start of this book, since the start of the last book.
Which is it's almost a torment, right? I mean, I fucking feel like, honestly, so it's like I actually think it's the mother's fucking with him too at the same time. Because they know all this stuff. I think they gave him that object to see what he would do. Whether he would be selfish and fix Susan or do the right thing, save the world type deal.
I think that's the decision that the gatekeeper's waiting for after this, right?
Yes,
like 100%. Like he knows that he can sort of. I think he can see into the future a little bit, right?
He can. I think he can see several futures, but he doesn't know what until
which
certain
one Harry's going to take. And he was ready to kill Harry.
The Gatekeeper is such a cool character, by the way. I love the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, Rashid's a badass.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I think the mothers are interested in finding what he would choose. I think they know that. Their motive is just more, I'm going to watch what unfolds.
Yeah.
Whereas Rashid, we find out in a few chapters what his thing is.
Well, you got to remember, these are creatures of, they were the first queens of air and darkness, and they're right. So they've been around for millennia. They've been around for fucking ever. So it's like, well, this is entertainment for us. If it goes bad, oh well, existence goes away. I've been around for a long time. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right, so they're okay. Fucking, they just want to see. They're just playing a game.
Yeah.
And because they're bored. we need the entertainment. We've been around too long, right? At least that's how I feel. I don't know.
This is also where Mother Winter makes one of the funniest comments of the whole series, which is about Mab, and what she say? Oh, she's so dramatic or something, or she's too sensitive or something ridiculous like this. Because Mab can't, because Mab won't stop it, right? As in, like, or she can't. But clearly, Mother Winter thinks that if Mab really was genuinely as ruthless as she makes out to be, like if there was no spark of something, you know what I mean? Like, so which we can't see, but Mother Winter's like, she's so sensitive.
Right.
Mab's a softie. It's like, okay, whoa, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's like, in one point out of the entirety of this series so far that I've read, you've seen maybe one sentence of her being a softie.
Yeah.
That's
one
it.
moment.
Yeah.
One moment.
Yeah, so he gets this cloth. He walks out, and as he's walking out, he tells them, "Sorry if we hurt your guard unicorn." And they're like, "What unicorn?" And so that's when he finds out it's actually Grum and Elaine working together. And he gets,
is it Talos? I think the unicorn
Talos.
Is
was it Talos that's the unicorn? Yeah,
Talos.
I think so.
Yeah.
Grum was the something else. Like then there's the Minotaur. Grum was the Minotaur, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he gets knocked out. Chapter ends, and he's woken up, and they're still in the forest somewhere in the Never Never, but he's being held by Aurora's power. Figures sees that he's been double crossed by Elaine, who's standing there, and then Aurora basically uses her power to get Harry to confess all that he knows, which Slate and all of them that are there just kind of like, well, that's not bad. He actually figured this out, but Slate is desperate to kill Harry because of the knowledge. Harry readies his death curse, and then Elaine stops Slate from killing him, knowing that his death curse would hit Aurora, and then says, well, just bury him, and it'll take care of it. And she says that, and Elaine says that she'll see to it that he's buried, because I know him. And so they all leave. Elaine buries him and says, just like old times. And he's like, old times. And so he works it out where, let's see.
So what? So,
well, then they leave him in the quicksand and jet.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So
what's a special spell, right, or something?
Yes. So she uses a binding that they used to use when they were young on each other, and so using that same binding, when she said that like old times, that clues him in, so he can actually break the binding himself and works his way out. But as he's working his way out, he gets pulled out of the quicksand, and that's where Rashid is, with his crazy eyes, and they have a discussion because Rashid was that deciding vote of, well, let's see what he does.
Yeah, whether Harry
in the book.
Yeah.
And
he pinned it on this. Rashid pinned his decision on the outcome of Harry's ability to secure the back channels, the back paths through winter for the war against the vampires.
Yep.
And so Rashid's been waiting for this moment to see what Harry would decide to do, basically.
Yeah. And so, he just basically gives Harry the choice. You can just go ahead and go on home, or you can go and get the mantle back and, and get this whole thing resolved. And Harry says, well, I don't really have a choice. I'm going to go. And he's like, well, good. Then I know that I'm going to vote in your favor then.
Yeah, I won't
to
kill you.
Yeah. And he's like, well, you would have voted against me if I had decided. He's like, actually, I would have killed you here on the spot if you had chosen the other way.
Yeah.
And save the red tape, basically.
Yeah. Well, and the gatekeeper gets the binding too, and he can do it himself, sort of thing, if he needs to, right? I mean,
yep.
Then Rashid gives him some stuff here, like he gives him the ointment, that allows him to see clearly in fairy. And does he give him something else as well?
He gives him a piece of the table.
That's right, so he can find it, so he can locate the tapes where he's going to go.
Yeah. So he sends him back home. So Harry calls the Alphas, and they came with also Meryl and Fix, and they get ready for battle. Meryl, in the process, gets shot by Tigress.
In the process of what?
I think in the process of heading towards the battle.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I didn't write it down very well, and apparently I didn't listen to this very well earlier today.
Yeah, I tried to get as much. I tried to listen to it last night, but I only got like about 4 or 5 chapters in. And I was like,
but she gave her a position when the Alphas went and flanked her and mauled her to death. So Tigress is gone.
Right. Yeah. But with all this, so he gets the stuff from Rashid, the gatekeeper. He goes and collects the Alphas. Alphas, basically, this is where Dresden's like, I'm the Alpha. Listen to fucking me, or you're not coming. Right. Again.
Yeah.
And he gives them the ointment for their eyes. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? Put the ointment on, and then they use the table piece to go.
Right.
And is this another one? I'm trying, and I don't want to get my Alpha stories mixed up. everything goes wrong right after Tigris, doesn't it? Doesn't it all get captured or something?
No.
Or is that
No.
full moon? That's just full moon, right?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
So here
they get into the,
here they're still in Chicago.
they fight the ghouls,
they,
and they get
they haven't gone through yet.
Right.
Okay. And you find out like the alphas, when they maul Tigris, they capture Ace.
Right.
And Ace,
who's betrayed them? That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Ace is actually ends up being the one who shot Meryl, and he hired Tigris, and they were all basically hired by the Red Court and Maeve.
It's all a Red Court fucking bullshit. Yeah.
And then at that point, then Harry finds the staircase that sends them up into the Fey realm and up into the heart of the battle.
And again, we get once we get into the Never Never again here. This is one of these scenes that like every time I read it, I want to see this on the screen. Like, but again, Butcher's setting the scene here with the battle with the fairies and what's going on down below.
Oh yeah,
it's off its tits. It's unreal.
Yeah, it is. It's chaotic, and he does chaos very well in a battle. He handles a lot of threads with it from that solo point of view of Harry really, really well. I dig it a lot. So they get up into the battle. They're overlooking the table, and someone there leads them to Mab, so that they can talk with Mab.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's correct. I can't remember who does, but
I can't remember either.
Yeah, but he needs to get to Mab, and he's the emissary, so it might be a random person as well. Like he holds power in the Court of Winter because of his role or whatever, and it's the first inkling that we get of that, like that the Winter creatures sort of would defer to Harry or obey his will to a point, right?
Right.
But it's the first sort of time that we get to see that. It's good foreshadowing, Steve, as you would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he gets the Mab, and he says, she asks, "Have you found who killed the Summer Knight?" And he said, "Yes, it was Aurora." And Mab instantly knows everything behind it. So,
not only that, but there's something else interesting here too. It's as soon as he gets there, Mab notices the like Rashid's ointment, and she goes, "What's the old buzzard doing?"
I recognize that smell.
I recognize that smell. Yeah, I recognize that smell. What's his interest in this? So
yeah,
because we don't know what their relationship is like until much later, like Rashid and Mab.
Yeah, and he also that is interesting, and he also tells her of Slade's treatment, which she understood that was, because it was Aurora that killed. It had to have been Slate that had killed the Summer Knight. So she understood that pretty easily. So now she's pissed. And then at that point, she has to get back to the war, and so they cross it into the
Hang on, is this correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Is this Mab is sitting on her black unicorn here, right? When Harry gets to this wall, when she's directing the wall, it's from the back of her.
So.
I
think so.
That's what I've got in my mind anyway, but it also might be from later.
I feel like I feel like that's later.
Maybe
when I feel like she's on the. I could be wrong, but I feel like the unicorn scene where it's like you see what Winter is actually the purpose of Winter is later in the series when you see the wall.
Yeah, maybe
is under siege completely and almost fucking.
Nah, I'm almost certain though that she's on.
Yeah,
that she's
on. Pretty
maybe.
I think so, because the scene you're talking about in Cold Days, where Harry's there and he oversees what's going on, she's not there.
I think it's here. As part of Butcher setting the scene, you get this like amazing image of Mab when they're being led through, and the sort of the seas are sort of parting for them of the winter creatures that are fighting the summer creatures alongside them, as Harry and his group of misfits are being like led up this sort of path to like Mab throwing friggin' ice balls and shit like crazy from the back of this friggin' huge black unicorn thing. It's like got like ice breathing out of its eyes and this sort of stuff. It's just an amazing setting. Just unbelievable. It's something that you just
it's in Battlegrounds.
Oh,
according to Chat GPT and some other references, you don't see her unicorn until Battlegrounds.
Oh damn it!
Huh. Okay, so I was wrong because I haven't read that yet.
I could be wrong, but it's definitely
Chat GPT lies.
Who knows, right?
Grok doesn't lie. When I was like checking yesterday when we were trying to figure out where we were up to, and Steve said, "Oh, we're at the plant monster," and I was like, "All right, Grok, whereabouts? Which Dresden book is the plant
let's see. Okay, what book does Mab first ride her unicorn in the Dresden?
Grok is, by the way, Grok has a personal favorite. Grok has a personal favorite of the fairies.
Guess I love this. Mab, the Queen of Air and Darkness, first rides her unicorn. Term sometimes referred to unique, powerful entity, possibly typo for unicorn. Yeah, I think I spelled unicorn wrong. Or specifically reference to driver in Changes, the 12th book. So the unicorn shows up in Changes, apparently, according to Grok.
Huh.
Okay, well, it's not here then. So I'm thinking of a completely different scene.
This is when Harry... Oh, wait, what book are you on?
I just finished Cold Days.
That's book what?
That is book 14.
Okay, so when he officially becomes something,
yes,
is when she's on her unicorn.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Now you okay.
Before the scene where Harry, yeah, something. Harry has an experience.
Damn.
Jesus.
With Mab. Harry has an experience with Mab.
Guess which fairy queen is Grok's favorite?
Mab.
Oh,
it's 100% Aurora based on the conversation I had with the bloody AI yesterday.
Oh wow.
Amazing. Anyway, it was real fun. It was a funny conversation because I'm like, whereabouts is the plant monster in which book is it? Which chapter is the plant monster in Summer Night? And he goes, "Oh, you're doing," and Grok writes back to me like, "Oh, you're doing a reread of the Dresden Files. That's amazing." I'm like, "What do you mean reread? I just asked you a question. How do you know I've read it before?"
It's my 14th reread.
I know. And I'm like, "Oh, well, we're doing a book club."
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, I missed that whole answer. I'll listen to it back. But yeah. So who's the favorite? I just want to know the favorite. Grok loves Aurora?
100%. That's 100% Aurora. Yeah.
Really?
He was asking me about. Yeah, I was saying we're doing a book club. He's like, "Oh, have you got any spicy takes on the fairies?" And I'm like, "Nah, look. Once the fairy queens turn up, pretty much everything is the spicy. You know, everything on the page becomes spicy at that point." Right. He's like, "Oh," and Grok's like, "Oh, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? They're so hot." And I'm like, "Fucking what?"
Anyway, all right, so they cross into the fray. They fend off an attack of bees. Then Slate sees Harry, and Aurora appears, and she has the unraveling with her, and she calls for the host to kill Fairy, and at this point, the battle sounds are just absolutely insane. And so Harry enters the charge, knowing nobody can hear him, and he's yelling, "I don't believe in fairies." It's like, what a thing to announce in Faye. Let's see here. So then at that point, Talus intercepts Harry. and Harry's about to bite it, but then Meryl saves him from Talus because I think this is where, if I'm not mistaken, this is where, because she was basically dying at that point.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
real quick. I couldn't resist. Right now, Grok is really simping for Mab while in our discussion.
Oh, he's turned coat. Mate, tell him to make up his. Tell him he needs to make
Aurora, he straight dissed that Aurora is a pussy bitch. So Aurora, the summer lady, is a fascinating character, though she doesn't quite edge out Mab for me.
He must have read the intro days.
And then I asked him, like, what about Titania? And he's like, between Titania and Mab, I still lean towards Mab as my favorite fairy queen in the Dresden Files. Mab's icy, manipulative brilliance and her complex, ongoing dynamic with Harry, where she's both ally and threat, make it endlessly captivating.
That's amazing. That's amazing because yesterday he was all about Aurora, and he's like, which one do you boys like the best? I'm like, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm pretty sure I can here. I'm pretty sure Mab's our favorite fairy. And so funny. He's changed his mind. So he's trying, mate. He's trying to get in, get in the good books, mate.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
There we go.
He's listening too.
Shit,
I couldn't resist. I had to look.
Oh,
like,
okay.
And then the end is like, do you prefer Titania's fire over Mab's ice? I'm like,
yeah.
So yeah, Meryl saves Harry from Talus, but then Slate comes in behind her and shoves his sword up from behind. So she's now at this point mortally wounded. And then Harry sends blue lightning into Slate's sword. And then he starts pummeling Talus with his gun. Mm-hmm. And then Slate then disarms Harry, and then almost shoots Harry, but Fix then comes in because he hurt Meryl, and starts
you hurt Meryl.
Yep. And so he starts going ape on Slate. And then Mav comes in and enters the mix. And they start making their way forward, and then they see Aurora, and Aurora's at Lily, about to apply the unraveling. And then Harry, this is where you love the audiobooks. Harry runs in and intercepts the cloth and takes it from Aurora. And as he's doing so, sticks his tongue out and goes, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Which, from the intro, that's what you hear.
Marster's in full form now. He's in his final form. He's
now Toot Toot's not quite there.
He's not yet. He's close. He's a lot closer.
Well, it's funny because way back in one of the other chapters, when Toot Toot's telling him how to find Maeve's underground lair or whatever, one of the fairies, not Toot Toot, speaks like Toot Toot, then speaks from now on.
Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah,
but he take I'm pretty sure I would guess the next book he's going to be full into it.
I think so because Jim would have heard that and gone, "Hey, listen, just do that for Toot Toot forever because it's amazing."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So at this point, though,
Lloyd Slate, real quick, probably one of my most hated characters. That guy's a big giant piece of shit. I fucking hate Lloyd Slate. Yeah. just have to get that in there.
And it's funny too because after this book, you
actually
cross him a couple more times.
You actually,
I hate him more and more. I don't feel bad for him at all. I actually, each time he appears on the page and you find out more about him.
Well, but by the fucking end of it all, I it's like, okay, man, it's enough, please. It's enough. Yeah. It's like I forget where that exactly comes to a head, but Lloyd Slate plays for every single bad thing he did and then some. We'll just leave it there.
Yes, he does.
Every single bad thing he ever committed, and probably 100 times more, he pays big time.
Yeah. Yep. Let's wait for.
Sorry to interrupt, but Lloyd Slate is just like, ugh. Like they do a great job of just making him a very unlikable piece of crap.
Yeah. Because do we meet Lloyd Slate before this book? I don't think we do.
No.
But he's instant piece of shit.
Instant piece of shit, and he is he's oh god, I don't want to ruin it. He's still around for you. Holy shit!
So not anymore, but what you find out.
So hold on. Okay, yeah. So I guess where you're at, he just finally got his comeuppance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you got to remember. So, just a little tiny spoiler for anybody that hasn't read this. Lloyd, things don't turn out well for Mr. Slate at the end of this book, and this is book 4. He doesn't finish getting punished till book 13. By Mab, the Queen of Air and Darkness. So just I feel bad for him. Like, I know he's a giant piece of shit, but the amount of just bad shit that happened to him for
and to put that in time reference, that's a decade.
Yeah.
So it's
a decade of the worst torture you could imagine, and it probably not even imagine the worst torture that you couldn't imagine. Yeah,
and he knows it's coming too. He's we'll get there. So at this point, as Harry steals it, it's a short-lived thing because Mab creates a thorn wall, and gets it back. Elaine ends up freeing Harry from the thorns, parts them for Harry so that he can get through, but Harry doesn't get there in time to prevent the use of the unraveling. So Lily now is free from her stone prison. And then but as Aurora's about to stab her on the stone table, Harry comes in from behind and kicks her, and then Lily gets away, and then she's about to kill Harry, and then comes in General Custer, or the I would see. I would call it the troll, formerly known as Meryl. With her last stand, she comes in and frees Harry and Aurora.
She makes her choice and goes full troll.
Yep. It's her last stand
to save her loved ones and Harry. Yep, she makes a sacrifice, a big sacrifice, huge sacrifice. She not only does she not choose to be human, she chooses to be troll and knows she's pretty much going to die doing saving her loved ones. So
it wasn't Aurora that was going to kill him, it was Talus that was going to kill him, and that's when she comes through, mauls Talus, kills him, and then Harry goes after Aurora, and Aurora's just like, what are you doing? You know this is dumb, and she's about to kill him now on the stone table. And then he summons Toot Toot and the army, which at first it's just Toot, and she's like, what do you think this insignificant creature is going to do to me? And then Toot Toot comes in and says, on behalf of the Tsar Lord of the Pizza, attack. And it's an entire army of fairies armed with razor blade swords.
Yeah,
well, iron, right? Cold iron.
Iron. Yep. Which is again, and this is set up right, like way back when he's like trying to find Maeve's underground lair, when he summons Toot to tell him where she is, right, in the real world in Chicago. I think this is the first time when Toot's got his he's got his sub general.
First time that Toot is like in charge of the fairy army, and the Zaw Lord is
and
being protected.
They've got bottle caps for helmets, and they've got little pins and all this sort of
stuff.
So,
the Zaw army has been formed. Sorry, go ahead.
I think at this
point they're saying all these stupid words like 10 huts instead of attention, like all this hilarious shit. And so he sets this up way back then. So so when Toot turns up here with an army, it's like, oh yeah. As soon as Toot shows up, that there's an army coming behind him.
Well, and it's pretty amazing because Aurora sums it's like, what's this little piece of shit? And it's sort of parallel to Harry, right? Harry is always fighting up. He's always the small guy, and everybody that he's fighting is always underestimating him. And it's sort of the perfect parallel. He's befriended the lowly, forgotten, insignificant, of fairyland that they have their own power, and Harry sees the benefit of that, and it inspires them, and they help him right back. So it's pretty cool. It's one of those. Yeah. It's interesting to me though that the fairies we think of is little flying fairies, pixies, winter court only. Interesting. I'm not sure I would have put them all in winter. I don't know. Are there pixies in summer? I think all the pixies are winter, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't think we've seen any of the small folk from the summer court perspective, but they may well exist. We just haven't spent much time in the summer court.
They're gnomes. There you go. The summer ones have gnomes. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Why not?
So as they are killing Aurora now knows her only chance to upset the balance of power is to make it to the table herself and bleed on it, and Harry prevents that, tackling her away from it. You get a little of an emotional moment there. She's like, I don't understand. I just wanted it to end, which has the tone of it has a foreshadowing play into a much later book, that you kind of get a glimpse a little bit of some crazy there. But she's like, I don't understand. And Harry says, neither do I. And she dies. And that's the end of Aurora.
Because Aurora's gone nuts, right? We've kind of glossed over this, but throughout this conversation, or this scene with Harry with Aurora, and they have again another fascinating conversation where Aurora's motivations for doing this, she just her motivations are this goes on forever.
She's just tired of she's tired of being push, almost, right?
This push and this pull, this requirement to remain to keep the balance in order for the world to keep spinning and the seasons to keep going, and it's just stupid and I'm not doing it anymore, and fuck you all.
It's interesting because in terms of how he's set up the intellect of Fey World, that's a very humanized perspective to take.
Which takes you back to in the fact that they were human once. It's a reminder that that she was once a human.
Yeah. But knowing how their mind operates though, and they can't lie and do all these things, it's if I had a thought to it, it's like, okay, something had to have happened here, not just she got tired of it and wanted it to end. And that's the type of reader I am. I'm an in the moment thing, kind of like, oh, okay, and now it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she snapped. She went crazy. She went batshit crazy.
Yeah. So, so the battle's over. Mab appears as the whole scene changes from summer colors and everything to cold. And she, Mab walks up to Harry, compliments him on a job well done. And then asks him to be his knight, since they've got the traitor in their midst. And he says, not no, but hell no. And then she says, okay, well, We probably ought to wait. Since we're almost done, we can wait for.
What were we talking about?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, you're good. So when Harry tells her hell no, she's like, okay, that's fine. You still have 2 favors. And the request will always be there for those 2 times. In the meantime, I've got to go deal with the traitor. And, then you see Slate and he's bound. Uh, and he is absolutely distraught because Harry said no, because he knows that he's going to be the knight until somebody takes his place, and so he knows what he's in for a long, long time. And then,
well, he wants Harry to kill. He's trying to get Harry to kill him here.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah. Well,
he's trying to get Harry to give him a mercy killing, even though because he's playing on Harry's emotion as a good guy, trying to be like, just as well as I do what's about to happen to me, and you're not the type of guy that's going to let that happen. Just kill me, let me die.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
the
play is that the only way that he's gonna Harry would kill him is if Harry had said yes to taking the mantle, and since Harry definitely won't do that, then he's like, no, please take it. Basically, he's just pleading with Harry. This guy who shows absolutely no mercy at all. You find him being drug away to be absolutely tortured.
Yeah, and Harry knows this. So it's another little. We're getting more layers to Harry's character, like his personality, his motivations, what he will or won't do. As we go along, right?
You're absolutely right. He has no delusion. He knows what's
exactly
about to happen to Lloyd Slate. He knows that there's no shoot. He knows all of it. Like he knows the nitty gritty. There's no deluding himself. He knows he's in for a long, long, long day.
He signs him to it. Harry's like, well, you made your bed. You're going to lie in it. It's going to be cold.
It is. Yep. Choices have consequences, Mr. Slate.
Very
enjoy
cold.
your consequences. Harry's. We find Harry is very capable of that. That's not him, but he's capable of it.
Exactly right. He'll do it. He'll do it if he needs to. Like he's got that. Yep.
It takes a push, and you most times you not even most times you deserve it when he makes that choice, but he doesn't make it often. Most of the time he's very he's very ethical, but he's very he makes he's out for, he 9 times out of 10 he'll choose to do the right thing to protect somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he'll do the right thing and not protect somebody. Right, so it's like
which again, and it makes you
there's a mean streak in Harry, I guess, what I'm trying to say, when it needs to be.
There's a justice. I'd say there's a justice. There's a justice streak, and justice is very different than
agreed.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do these. Sometimes that is justice. That's the fact in the world.
People he's getting justice.
Seem to forget. Yeah, Butcher seems to understand this really well. It's actually, it's like, at first glance, these books are just sort of like a spoofy, Buffy sort of like, urban, back of Chicago sort of whatever, and it's a bit of magic and it's a bit of fun and it's pretty funny and there's a talking skull and blah blah blah. But underneath all that, there's also these like really, really strong themes that exist in the world that Harry confronts and handles without, in my opinion, without any fault whatsoever. He's fantastic. And he carries it too. The other good thing about this, right, all of these decisions, he never escapes the consequence of them. So even though it might be the right thing and it might be justice, there's always a consequence for every action. So the butterfly effect is very, very real in Harry's world.
No, that is 100% true. There's always a consequence, whether most of the time it's bad, sometimes it's good, but there's always a repercussion, and Harry feels it every time. Yeah. I think one of the best things is go ahead.
Oh yeah, and like he doesn't Like he doesn't not understand that that's coming, right? Like
Mm.
he always knows that he weighs these things. There's always like a gravity,
Willingly,
like a
willingly.
weight.
He knows it's
takes
coming.
it.
Takes it knowingly.
Yep.
It's not like he's never. It's like, well, there's going to be repercussion. I'm prepared for it.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Yeah.
I think the best thing is Butcher does a good job of shaping the world so much that I feel like I could go to Chicago, get the Yellow Pages, and find Harry Dresden in it. The
I know.
world feels real, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know about for you guys, but the world feels real. It feels like Harry Dresden is a real person, and I could go get hired a wizard if I was in Chicago.
Yeah,
I mean
100%.
that's how I feel, anyways. It does a good job of building the world around. Yeah.
Well, I reckon
Yes.
it'd be an interesting poll to take of all the people that have read the Dresden Files. Like, put your hand up if you've like looked up the Yellow Pages and seen just to check if there was a Harry Dresden in there, right, in Chicago. I reckon you'd get more.
Dude,
more
wouldn't
than
it be
one.
awesome if somebody did it? It like put a little ad for
I'll put
Harry
it.
Dresden in there.
Who's to say there's not? You should check this, Steve. You guys
Like,
live over there. There probably is.
Ask Croc. Is there a Yellow Pages entry for Harry Dresden?
And if there's not, you should do it.
Harry Dresden tour. What is that? Okay, hold on.
I think they travel the sites.
A Harry Dresden in the Chicago Yellow. You searching? No, there isn't.
Okay.
In reality, there is no Harry Dresden listed in the Chicago Yellow Pages.
That's too bad.
Well, you should make one, and because that would be you should make one.
We should absolutely. I don't know how much it costs to get into the phone book in Chicago, but the white pages, yeah, probably a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, can't be that much. You gotta do
they're buying billboards for
surprised.
Wheel of Time, right? There's got to be a head. We got to be able to buy a Harry Dresden ad, right?
I don't think it costs you anything.
Yeah,
depending how you do it, yeah.
Yeah, it can get real pricey because we did it with our church for a long time, and it was over $1,000
to advertising the white pages.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So, at that point, Toot Toot's going to be okay because they were under Harry's instructions, so Mab isn't pissed at them. They just needed to take their iron with them, and then Harry leaves the Fae and wakes up in his apartment to a surprisingly clean apartment.
Yep.
And
good old fairy cleaning service. Gotta love
it.
The brownies, the pixies that you never see.
Yep.
Very good.
And then so Lily shows up. She's the new summer lady. She has named Fix as the new summer knight.
So we should explain that. I think we skipped over that too. Like, so when
Aurora died, Lily was the closest vessel.
Yeah,
to
and
her
she had the knight mantle on her, or with her. So that's why it passed to her the lady mantle. So
right, and then it's the lady's job to appoint a knight, so she appointed Fix, right?
No,
I think Fix was the next vessel that was available once it
was it okay.
Well, Fix would have to accept it, and I think what it was, if I remember correctly, since she was carrying the mantle with her, Titania was okay with her.
Well, I don't think so, because I think that what we're alluded to is if Harry killed Lloyd, which Mab sort of wanted, she would have became automatically the Winter Knight.
Well, that wouldn't have been automatic. This is. Lloyd knows that the only way that he would die is if Harry accepted the mantle of the knight. Otherwise, he was going to continue to live. So it wasn't the choice of, it wasn't Slate dying I mean, the mantle would go off anyway, but the application of the mantle to a new individual is the choice of, the queen or I think it's the Winter Queen or the Winter Lady, depending on who.
Well, so they decide if the mantle gets turned on. Is that what?
Yes.
Look at. Okay.
Who takes it on them?
Okay. Well, the comments will definitely correct us if we're wrong.
Correct. Yeah.
Because I always thought that if it was like the lady power, it can't be floating in nothing. So with the previous
vessel, that will automatically move.
Well, I thought the Winter Knight was the same way. If it was floating out, if it was eliminated, then that power just transferred to the next available focus.
No, because it has to be accepted by a mortal.
Okay. Well, in the comments, if you have any further info on how the Winter Knight mantle or Summer Knight mantle is transferred or applied, let us know.
Yeah. So fixes the knight, which is totally appropriate.
Yeah.
And then they leave, and Elaine stops by to visit, tells Harry to stop feeling sorry for himself. But she's freed from Aurora's debt, obviously, because Aurora's now dead. So she leaves, and she's off to where she says somewhere with a lot of people. And then at that point, then the Alphas invite him to a Dungeons and Dragons party, and Harry's like, fine, but he's basically, I want to be a tank. and then that's just how the book ends, with going back to a real world.
Do they end it with a Dungeons and Dragons campaign? Is that what he's doing with the?
Yeah.
Again, it's really cool. Again,
yeah.
It basically ends with Harry going to the realization that yes, he wants to keep working and trying to fix Sarah or Susan, but he has other friends and he needs to have a life, and he can't seclude himself like he did, losing himself in it because it's not fair to himself, his friends, or anybody else. So score one for the Alphas for getting God, why can't I remember his name? Billy. Score a big one for Billy. Billy gets him back in the game big time.
Is this the book where Billy checks him about this, or is it the previous book where he checks?
Yep. No, this is the one where Billy calls him out, and like at the beginning of it, this is one where Billy's like, dude, you're fucking like, what the fuck, dude? Shower, get yourself together, man. What the fuck is going on? We haven't seen you in this. Yeah, we haven't seen you. You haven't come over. You're a mess. Your house is a mess.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one where Billy slaps him around a little bit, gets him back into the game.
Billy has a few of those moments. The next one's pretty remarkable.
Billy's great. I was very afraid in Battleground.
Stop it.
I'm very afraid. I was very afraid of Battleground for everybody, man. Battleground is a freaking all timer, man.
You're gonna have to take out. You're gonna have to take out that. You're gonna have to edit out what I said before about Mab and the Unicorn too, man.
Why?
Because it's totally a spoiler. I mean, it's not a spoiler, but it's still.
It's just a unicorn, man.
It's not just a unicorn. It's not just a scene either.
Oh, we got to do ratings, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah. So I think probably in terms of for myself, I'll just go first. I got through this one the fastest. Personally, I think it's probably my favorite of the four so far, just because the world building in the world of Fae is expanded upon like quite a bit. It opens the world up a lot more. You're getting a lot more of the lore of the mystical side of things. The expansion into fairy and even a little bit into the White Council is really, really cool. Morgan got a little bit of comeuppance, which is always nice. Yeah, I liked the expansion of the lore and just building the universe out. So I don't remember how many.
You gave the lot. I can tell you, I've been keeping track of this.
Oh, have you?
You gave the You gave the last book 8 out of 10.
8. So I'd say this is
Yep.
8.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on the Dresden scale. On the Dresden scale.
The Dresden scale, yeah.
Yeah. So on the Dresden scale, because they're all great. They're all great. They're all fantastic.
Oh,
So I'd say it's slightly in front of what is what is it was book 3 is
Grave Peril.
the one.
Grave Peril. Yeah, Grave Peril is freaking great. But
Great
I
Peril's
think this
amazing.
one's just for me a little bit more, just because I like all the fairy stuff getting involved. I like
Yeah.
I like the lore of the Winter Knight and the knights, the all the stuff we learn about, the hierarchy of fairy of fairy. I think it's pretty cool. So I like the idea of the Winter and Summer Nights. It's pretty cool.
They're wicked concepts.
Yeah, I think in terms of the 4 books, this is probably my third favorite. If it wasn't for the Walmart scene and this would have probably been my least favorite of the 4. Because it was slow. It took me a long time to get through this book the first time. Having read more of the other stuff afterwards and coming back to it, it's better on a reread.
100%. Agree with that.
But the but the end of this is it moves at such a good frenetic pace that I love how how Butcher does a great job of combining events with world building, and how intentional everything is kind of placed into things. Having to go by the store to pick up a bag of razor blades or something, so that Toot can have an army of swords to go and killing a Fey bean and the Never Never. It's freaking wild. So overall, I because my scoring is completely meaningless, so I'll give this one.
It's not meaningless. It's not meaningless, Nathan. Let me remind you. You gave the first one 4 somethings out of 3. Same for the second book. You gave the third book 8 Susan Rodriguez's out of 9. I don't know, probably Lara's or something. I'm not sure.
Lara Race with
Right?
JJ's, yeah.
Yeah. So so for this one we'll go we'll go 1 Toot Toot's Army out of
no stone tables. Stone tables out of
No, it's gonna be we'll say 1 Toot Toot's Army of razor bladed warriors over 3 misters.
So significant things happen on that stone table later, okay?
Yes, they do.
The stone table is not gone. It'll be back.
Gone.
The stone table will return. That's the thing that it shows up after the credits.
That's the title. That should be the title of the part 2 stream. The stone table shall return. Well, I gave this one. Yeah, I've been trying to give myself some. Looking through this, I've been trying to give myself plenty of room for later on books.
I think I've gone too high personally. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
You might have. So I gave Grave Peril 7.5 Bob's romance novels out of 10. And I think this is slightly under that for me. This is coming in at about 7. Because, similar to Nathan, I think the first half, it's amazing world building and it needs to be done. It's also like a breath. I think I talked about this with you boys offline.
Yep.
The like After Grave Peril, which was just an insane book for me. I love that. It's a 10 out of 10 book. It's just not on the Dresden scale. But
really
this one just really sits back and takes a breath, which you really need at the start, I think, and then it gets going. It's got some of the best scenes in it though, like the like I said, the fairy stuff when they get to the Never Never and the Fairy War. I just love that. Like I could eat that stuff for breakfast. I could take a whole book of that. I could read 1,000 million pages of that and not be bored at all. So I love that stuff. So yeah, I give this comes in at about a 7. It's a little bit better than book 2, and it's about. See, that's okay. I'm gonna have to give it a 7.2 because it's a little bit better than book 1. but it's not as good as book 3. So I'm giving it a 7.2 Bob's Romance Novels out of 10.
Fair enough. Absolutely. Man, we're using all the points. I love it.
I'm doing it.
All right.
You have to,
So
but you kind of have
you
to.
have to.
Well,
Well, we had to make our own scale because you're right. Most of these are 9s or 10s, like period. Right? I mean, like for me, anyway. So, all right. Well, cool. So, if instead of because time isn't a thing here. Unless we have anything we want to wrap up on for summer night, we'll get into what's next. Death Mask. Ooh, Nicodemus.
Yeah.
One of the best villains ever introduced ever.
100%.
Nicodemus and Johnny Marcone in the same book. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Jeez.
You sure can't.
Yep. So Death Mask is going to be a banger. We're going to get some Knights of the gosh, why can't
Knights of the Cross.
Knights of the Cross. There we go. Knights of the Cross fighting evil angels of the Denarius. And all that lore that opens up. I love the whole Denarius versus the Knights of the Cross lore. It's so fucking good.
Yep.
So Death Max is coming up next. Anything to say before we wrap up this summer night review, read back, whatever we're calling these?
Book reviews.
But is that whatever?
Sure, whatever.
Book club, sure.
Yeah.
So
super cool. Love this book. Yeah. I remember after we finished this one, I think I went straight into Death Mask, just finished it in a day. It's so good. I'm gonna go back.
Death Mask is really like any book with Nicodemus in it is fucking a banger. It really is. Nicodemus, Michael Carpenter. Where can you go wrong? I mean, it's like just give me. It's you can't exactly. Just give me a book of that. Like I would love to just the fight. Yeah, just those two going at it all the time. I'm there, right? So Death Mask, looking really forward to it. I'm probably gonna start it tonight at work, and we'll be coming at you. So this hopefully enjoy both parts of this. I know this got a little long, but there's a lot to go over. So thank you for being here. And if we missed anything or we got anything wrong, we're only human, obviously. And there was a big gap between part 1 of this and part 2. So we missed anything, got anything wrong, hit us in the comments. And we appreciate that. Got to keep us on our toes and then all that stuff, and keep us honest. So I appreciate you all, and thank you for watching. And we will catch you on the next one. Death Mask coming at you. Bye, guys.
See ya.